Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Final Boss Draft League. We are getting ourselves finishing out. It's been a long weekend, but we're going to be finishing out round two of the playoffs here. We're getting day one and day two are being combined here on the sixth week of Final Boss Draft League. Season two, we are going to be finishing out the match that we started last night. Think Rev Think versus the Lashback Foundation. We'll be taking care of games 5, 6, and 7 tonight if we need all three, actually. I've got Jules with me tonight. How are we doing tonight, Jules?
Doing great. And I really hope we do reach that game 7 so we can watch some big rev on campus.
I believe we found out that the only lock-in for Rev to actually get some stage time is going to be if we get all the way to Game 7.
Yep, because right now, game 5 and 6, Rebecca will be playing support. So,
Yes. So, if we get that far, we might get ourselves a little bit of a treat. But for now, this is the game that matters. The game is on the line, much like how in a best of five, first two, three wins, best of seven, first two, four wins. So we are on match point out the gate here. Think Rev Think are at three. The Lashback Foundation only got one win last night. So every game tonight matters if Tony and his team want to keep their dreams of taking the season alive. While Think Rev Think just need to trip over and do one more team fight comp and probably win the whole thing like they did last night.
yeah, and just a reminder, this is the zero o they both haven't won yet. This is Swiss stage format. So after whoever wins tonight's game is going to go on to the next round, and they would need to win one more series before making it to the semifinals.
Yes, this is a switch stage situation, so if I am not mistaken, go ahead and chime in if I got this wrong, but this is an elimination situation for
It
both of these
is,
teams.
yes.
Thank you. So that means that Think Rev Think are on the cusp of actually recovering their situation in playoffs and progressing further, while the Lashback Foundation, they are on death's door right now, and they must pull together some crazy options, some crazy plays, and maybe even draft a little bit more consistently if they want to get themselves the win tonight. One more thing before we actually start talking about the actual draft that's in front of us is that J-Web is subbed in tonight. Happy Memorial Day weekend. We all got families and barbecue to take care of instead of League of Legends. But J-Web is being subbed in by Katsuyuta. And then I do not believe there are any other subs in. So everyone else in front of you is as they are. And that first pick, Vladimir, for Upchuck for Andy for Mr. Striker Jones has been secured. That's very scary. And Lashback Foundation have countered with their bot lane.
Yeah, we saw last night that Andy was able to just pretty much single-handedly carry the game. So Vladimir, something that can be really scary late game, is going to be picked up. I do like the Lucian Milio, very aggressive. So Alun was playing really well last night, but unfortunately just not able to do anything against that Yone, who got a bunch of free farm and just got to scale like crazy. So hopefully they'll be able to do something with that early game pressure.
Yeah, indeed. And the Jinx Braum combo, I'm not a fan of this going into the Enchanter bot lane. I'm really kind of expecting Shizen. Is it? Nope. That's Oing, which is Shaden. There we go. Shaden and Rebecca are about to have a bit of trouble here in the bot lane, I would expect, on account of Loon and Okotsu are gonna probably really put the pressure on them. Crab Warrior is going to pick up the Scion to try to absorb and just do the job of clearing the wave. But this is kind of what Andy wants. Part of the reason we've seen Vladimir banned so often in this league is because if the top laners can't actually really pressure, or if it's such a big skill gap as we have a tier 1 in Andy versus a tier 3 in Crab Warrior, the Vladimir gets to scale for free, which means that he gets to end up being a
Yeah,
very major late game problem because we're going to automatically get there and he's not going to be far behind. So this is kind of a better, more team fight oriented draft from Lashback so far, but I still feel like they're giving the lack of the ban of the Vladimir, and I imagine it's really hard to ban Andy out. It still is putting a bit of a scary situation right now.
Yeah, it's a little concerning for Lashback because this is exactly what happened last night. He picked the Scion, couldn't really do anything to keep the Yone back, and then when it came to those team fights, if the Yone was there, they just automatically won. So I feel like the reason why they probably picked that Braum is just not to win lane. They just want to survive long enough so that when they have those team fights, they can just let the Vladimir go crazy.
Yeah, because they end up having two major, like, later game monster carries with the Vladimir and the Jinx. So if Think can get this game to plus 30 minutes without their Nexus exploding, they might have just a free GG easy win.
All right, we're gonna see some mid lane bans coming out here. Um, what do you think they? Well, think they already have an AP top laner. So, what do you think they might pick mid?
I'm trying to remember what Mark Boots picked last night. He had a few selections that worked out pretty well. Zhao, Mr. XLB, the Great One, is pretty flexible into most things. I feel like I've seen them have several distinct picks that were either between control mages or poke mages. So what Think are going to... There's the Aurora, and that'll be for Zhao, Mr. Hashtag Rice there, for those that can't read the Chinese characters. Don't worry, I can't, but I can tell you that it is dumplings.
No, it's soup dumplings.
It's
It's
soup dump.
Xiaolongbao.
All right, you actually have this. You have this down. Wait, I Google searched it, got my answer. Went okay. Let me confirm, and then I will learn nothing. I will just have half the name actually, but the Aurora will be locked in for XLB. The counter mid pick for Mark Boots. I'm a little out of loss. The Zoe. Okay, that's
I absolutely hate Zoe. Just such an unfun champion.
hater angles
Um,
here on the analyst desk. Haters angle indeed. And then the Wukong being brought in for jungler for Autumn Leaf. Okay, I think. No, yeah, that works. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yep. Um, just looking at the comp for Think, it does look pretty scary. If you get hit by that Zoe bubble, I feel like it's just over for you.
Yeah, that Zoe
Unless you're
bubble is...
Scion, maybe.
Sion's the only one that's not going to worry about it, but the reality is that think if we actually look at this in a 5v5 team fight breakdown, Zoe gets to poke for free forever. Wukong gets to engage at will. Braum is a fantastic bit of peel for the Jinx and even the Zoe. And then the Vlad gets to do whatever he wants because I can't really see anyone on Lashback Foundation being able to really shut him down. With all my heart, Kaiser is going to pick up. We just missed. Is going to pick up the...
The Kane.
The Kane, thank you. And I don't know, it feels a little bit more standard, but I still feel like Kaiser has himself on the back foot. I don't expect Autumn Leaf to get exactly in his face in the jungle, but he's gonna need to actually scale and get the stacks he needs to pick which version of Kane he wants to pilot through this game. But we have our rosters picked. Do you have any favoritism to either side at this point, Jules?
Honestly, not really. I think if it's a repeat of what happened last night, which I'm really hoping it's not because I do want us to get to a game 7, then there's going to be very little action top lane because Think just want to kind of let Andy scale, and then we'll see probably a lot of action bot lane, especially with the Alune on Lucian, and Lucian's a known early game champion.
Yeah. So let's see if the bot lane gets a little bit of an explosion as we get into the game. We're going to get ourselves loaded up. We'll see you soon. Stay tuned. We are loaded in. Game 5 is afoot. We have a death nail. We've had a few nails put into the coffin for Lashback Foundation. 3, to be exact. And the 4th one could be this game. Their season could be over in just a few short minutes. And we're going to see if they can pull it together. And we're going to see if Kaiser is tilted, or if he can actually get the win and carry his team here with
Yeah.
with this Kane.
So unfortunately, final boss Death Star did end up losing today. So and Kaiser was part of that team. So hopefully he could had enough time to get a bit of a mental reset so that we can get to a game 7. And shout out to Ishan for the overlay. It looks so much better now. You can actually read the text on the bottom, and then all the things make sense at the top. So
this is awesome. I can feel my headache going away as I can read things very clearly and very cleanly. And I also appreciate that it's a Kotsuyuta's name's actually going to show on the overlay. That's very nice, actually. I appreciate that.
no crazy shenanigans yet, but
Unsurprisingly, though, there's that level 2 hit. Yep, there's that level 2 spike. Gonna put the pain on him.
We really have to see how they will be. Oh, that's a bit of damage. We have to see how the junglers will react with the spot lane, because there is so much early game pressure from the Lucian Milio.
Yeah, and right now both junglers are pathing bot. It might end up being a scuffle or a fight for the crab spawning in about 40 seconds. But this is the thing that's sort of like happened, is that we just don't end up seeing like early game, ganks anymore. Oh, he's timed that out very well.
He's under the
Oh my gosh, he's gonna have to go to get out of here. But the blow up, oh my gosh, Crab Warrior is gonna put him in his pinchers and crush Andy. Oh, what an embarrassing moment for you there, Striker Jones.
Striker Jones, Andy getting a little overconfident, tries to harass him under the turret and is going to get caught.
Yeah.
Crab Warrior for the win.
Crab Warrior just timing that axe strike down for us. Oh, you want to come out of your pool now of all times? If you insist, here, tower. Lay me up. And he struck him down. That's a down chuck. That's a down chuck moment right there.
We do see that bottom crab going to the Kane, and Kane looks like he's going to try to double crab.
Yeah, we're about to have a 2v2 here in the river. Aurora has moved over as well, and we're going to get ourselves moving in. Gonna go through the wall. I think they're just going to call it even. Kane's going to walk away. Kaiser not looking for a major conflict this early in the game. And you know what's actually really great about this part of the trade with Vlad this early is that pull costs him so much health, it's almost worth just pulling it out of him. If you might not land the damage, you might not get the credit for the damage, but you are removing a lot of health from the Vlad's pool.
Yeah. It looked like he did at least do quite a bit of damage to the Vlad. I couldn't tell if it was because of the pool cost or if he actually hit his Q.
I think it was more the pool. And I think we're going... Oh, I think Wukong is not... No, he did back. Wow. Wukong's actually farming faster than the Kane. Nope, I'm missing this right now.
Striker Jones not having as great of a time top as he would like right now.
Crab Warrior is kind of doing them right now. This is the kind of thing that this guy actually knows how to play his Scion into a carry problem, especially because of how much damage Scion has early game. Oh, if the flash was available, if he had the mana for it, this is a very primed for death Andy right now. This is not a good situation for him. He has got 200 health. There's no jungler in the area, which feels like an absolute crime. This would be such an easy walk-in and dive, especially if Crab Warrior could get the pull outs early.
So far, looks like they are maybe gonna try to do something bot, or they could just get the dragon because they do have that constant bot lane pressure.
They do. Uh-oh. Alrighty, I was about to say that there's nothing happening in this bot lane, but that little bit of an interruption might prompt some action.
Oh, Kaiser's
come over.
going
They
for
moved
it.
over. That's a big knock-up, actually. The damage is in, but I don't believe they're going to actually get anything. I kind of wish they would have just stuck with the dragon.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused why they decided to just go
Oh, he's
for.
gone for it. Shields off, and
Oh
one more
my
auto
god!
attack, and Crab Warrior is going to get a second kill onto Andy. Oh my gosh, you thought this was going to be a free lane for you to farm up your Vlad. You are wrong, buddy. You are dead wrong.
Crab Warrior, the true warrior for Lashback Foundation, is really showing his fangs here.
Oh, yeah, get into that other world, honey, and it's going to hurt. Oh, that's going to hurt a lot. Good poke from Mark Boots.
I am hoping that we'll see some objectives get taken here soon.
Eventually. It's going to happen
Looks like,
eventually, you
oh,
know.
they're
Fight in the jungle. I'm not sure if Kane's going to be favored into this one. Level 6 is used on both sides. Only one knockup, but... Kaiser, I know you've had a rough day, buddy. It's about to get worse, but luckily Crab Warrior is here to clean up the mess.
Milios here too, getting the assist.
Crab Warrior is currently my MVP for this match. We're only 7 minutes in, but he's my goat right now.
He's kind of playing like a monster right now.
He is. He's also got the dope train skin for the Scion.
It does more damage.
It does. This has actually been proven mathematically. I saw Freak's video about it.
This is like one of the only times where the pan top actually
It's
makes
worth
sense.
it. Oh, it's totally worth it. It's totally worth it.
Looks like they do want to position for the dragon here.
Yeah, I think Kane's actually already started right now.
Oh, their Aurora has to back, so they don't have mid lane
Oh,
right
this
now.
is a little bit of a trouble. Yeah, because the
bad.
dragon's been started. It's only half health. Aurora with no teleport available. This is kind of a desync on the side of Lashback for a good objective. A good objective to take early on, but Aurora backing, they just were not on the same page. This is a play that should have been set up like 2-3 minutes ago, and I guess they just didn't talk about it. Kaiser thought he could sneak it, maybe?
Yeah, I think so. At least they haven't had any deaths yet. A lot of missed spells from the side of TRT. So they will at least not forfeit anything besides that dragon.
Crab Warrior flexing a little bit here, giving Striker Jones some of his classic treatment. I'm going to proxy between towers here.
And the thing is, with this huge top lane presence right now, I feel like Kaiser should be looking for stuff top, potentially. Because nothing's really happening bot.
No, this is actually a little bit of a letdown. We haven't had any major fights in the bot lane. Both teams know that there is pressure on both of them. TRT to finish this off, to close this out, and Lashback to fight for their lives. And so this is where I feel like Crab Warrior is the only one playing free right now. He's playing to win because he knows he's got nothing to lose as it relates to playing a tank into the best top laner in the league, but still like doing fantastic. Oh my gosh, that was huge damage. Oh,
Unfortunately, they are gonna lose the grubs as well. So, I mean, Lashback Foundation, they do have a gold lead, but these objectives should be so easy for them to take with their early game pressure. It feels like they're not really capitalizing on that right now. They're kind of playing very, very safe.
Yeah. And I actually think if Crab Warrior had their mana managed just a hair better, they might actually have kill threat on to Andy.
Yeah.
Might not be advisable for a Scion, but taking tier might have been the play for this game. So I just want to make the comment, we were expecting a lot more action in this bot lane, and that culling right there is probably the most excitement we've had in the entire first 10.5 minutes of this game, and it feels kind of like a letdown. I really expected a lot more bullying from Loon and Akutsu against Shaden and Rebecca, but the CS advantage is on Shaden's side, of all people. Like, I don't know how you have that when you're always auto-pushing them in, but he just can't get through. Can't put out enough damage to put him into kill threat range.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, the can has only gone bot once as well. So I guess it's a little hard for them to set stuff up. It feels like they definitely should have killed them at least once by now.
It really does, and not a lot of mana on Aluna now, so it's going to be a back and buy. I'm not even thinking about with jungle involvement. I'm just thinking bullying the situation. You have the Enchanter, you have the Lucian lane bully into a Jinx that's a more late game champion, and a Braum that doesn't really interact much in lane, really.
Mm-hmm.
I would expect a lot more mileage.
He's the star of the show right now.
Oh, that's a good catch. Between Worlds to try to dodge. He's going to actually remove the sleep with that Between Worlds. Very masterful use of the ultimate there by the Great One. He has deserved his title very well. Good stuff, XLB. But that's going to give priority.
Yeah, that was a very close call.
Yeah, that was very clutch on their part. I didn't know face planting into an ethereal wall could save you from an involuntary sleep, but that is apparently how the physics work in this game. We're kind of reliving this again. No bubble pop? No bubble pop. Alrighty.
Andy just getting non-stop beaten in this top lane.
Mm-hmm. Awkward engage here in the bot lane, fighting over a ward.
And it does look like Kaiser is trying to give the Wukong a taste of his own medicine right now, taking some of his camps in the top side.
Yeah, Kaiser trying to actually get some proactive play here, but his mid laner is going to be wishing that he was a little bit closer. Mark Boots putting the hurt on him, but Automove's going to be there to clean it up. This tower dive,
you cannot
going as
dive.
planned. Yeah, no.
Cannot dive a Vlad.
But you can put yourself inside of a monkey that's going to want to hurt you. Great double knock up there by Crab Warrior. Flash is available, so has done a good job saving his jungler from a, saving him from certain death. Did he just? Okay. I thought Akatsu just like ultimated to get out of the grabs. Yeah, I don't know.
All right, well, we do see the next dragon has spawned. I think Lashback will need to get prio for both their mid and bot lane in order for this to work. Autumn Leaf still has his ult as well, right? I think so.
Yes. Yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah, it's still there. So, Cyclone is available for the Wukong. This is for a full rotation. Sion is staying top side. Doesn't feel like it's too necessary. A bunch of poke coming in from the Zoe, as well as I believe that was a Super Mega Death Rocket from Shaden, but they get the dragon, they walk away free. No worries.
Yeah, they just decided to go on it right away, and TRT weren't able to get there in time.
The unfortunate thing about the top lane situation, as much as Crab Warrior has done a fantastic job getting themselves 3 kills, there's a CS... Well, actually, we're going to have a fight bot lane here. Cyclone going to be used, and oh no, ultimate thrown out to try to remove the CC, but Loon will be taken down. We're finally getting some action in the bot lane.
That was a lot of CC onto the Lucian. I felt really bad for him.
Ooh, and the Kayn can be forced to enter the wall to escape. This Wukong can just beat this Kayn in a 1v1 right now. And the gold lead isn't that significant. It's only 700 gold difference. I feel like this Kayn needs to get to their, transformation before they're going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with Wukong.
It feels really, really sucky that was their last pick as well. That was supposed to be their counter pick, and it's just not working out the way that they want this to go.
No, and I think we've hit a point where Andy is online and Crab Warrior is not prepared for this level of aggression. That's where the health difference is going to come through. But the Kayn has arrived, and now trying to run away. Ghost activated. Andy's going to be looking. He can still push through this. There's just not enough damage to really deal with him. He's maxed out the rank in his Q, I would imagine, and has gotten some levels into the E. So he's, and 2 levels into the ultimate probably by now. So this Vladimir is more or less online, just with the rocket belt and some Swifty boots. And that's kind of all he's going to need right now to start bullying this Scion. Scion's done a really good job getting the big Tinky MR item. Ooh, that was not the damage exchange you wanted to have. And now I think this Jinx might actually be able to out-damage the Lucian. The bot lane for Lashback might be falling apart.
Yeah, they waited quite a while, but they do have their Kayn here.
Kayn's available. He has transformed, but they're going to try to step forward, actually just get some kills. The knock-up from the ball will be enough. Shutdown gold picked up by the Kayn. That's what you want for this jungler. And then Loon picking up the kill onto Rebecca. So kiting it out just long enough. They tried to step forward. They tried to actually get a counter kill as they were being collapsed on. It did not work out, and Lashback will secure it. Now,
that is the action we have been waiting for to see.
It's taken 16 and a half minutes, but it's finally arrived. And this is now comes the part where I'm actually really surprised there isn't a Bramble Vest on this Scion.
I was about to say the same thing. This healing is just, you don't out-heal him, and something like a Bramble would be so good. Maybe he didn't want it so he could hit the tower.
I can hear that, but I don't understand the chain vest when you could just have the Bramble Vest, regardless of like what he's building towards with that item. The Bramble Vest would just, as long as he's always being 1v1ing, he's always put into the same lane as the Vlad, it's going to get value.
So if Scion builds Bramble, Vlad just doesn't auto.
Oh.
If Vlad doesn't auto, Bramble doesn't matter.
Oh, wow, that's true. Wow, I just got my IQ just got revealed. It's lukewarm. It's room temp. Dang. That's actually so true. It's like, you have Bramble Vest? That's cute. I just will never auto attack. Dang it, son. Dang it, son.
We do see Elune getting very aggressive here.
Very aggressive. The Glacial Fissure going to be used to try to dissuade from that engage. Scion entering a place where he just needs to wait. Time to wave clear and walk away, bud. You have entered that part of the phase. We are level 13. And Vladimir is not to be trifled with.
I don't know if you saw earlier, but when when Xiao went bot lane, he did end up giving up his tower for that. So,
oh, wow.
Lashback are gonna be behind for these towers. I'm a little concerned now because we did expect Lucian Melio to have that early game pressure, and now it just feels like they're giving a lot.
Yeah, the last step up that we saw where Loon was really pushing forward and putting the pressure on, that's kind of what we've been looking for this whole time. But if you're going to be doing that at like a 2-item moment, you got 1 item left before this Jinx is going to go online and is going to start putting in a lot of damage in these skirmishes, in these fights. Between Worlds is going to be brought out. Great one trying to set up enough slows to initiate a major fight. Kayn on the other side, top of the river, trying to get some other damage going. The Zoe's going to be caught out. Mark Boots put down. And then Crab Warrior standing all by himself, actually. 1v3ing, but they can't really kill him. Vladimir trying to actually move himself forward. He's going to be able to... Oh, trying to get pull the heal back. They're going to try to press into this tri-bush, but you're pressing into a Jinx who's free-firing. Lucian, he wants the fight. He's pulling forward, and now he's going to be knocked up. The Cyclone from Autumn is well-timed. There we go. That is a good little bit of peel and gets the kill onto the Loon. Scion just trying to play for space. The Chemtech Drake will be secured by Kaiser. They take the Drake lead, and that is at least a win for Lashback, as I'm with you that this doesn't look good. First 2 bricks were picked up by TRT. That's not a good sign. They've got more map control and more gold in their pockets now than Lashback.
Yeah, I love that we just got to see such an early, I guess it's already been 20 minutes. It's not that early, but a 5v5 fight already. Mark Boots did look a little bit lost, tried to go for a flank and just kind of got caught out. Meanwhile, the Scion was doing Scion things, keeping the rest of the team at bay, and so they are going to win that fight as well as the Dragon. But yeah, we see a bit of a of a gold deficit. Not as much as earlier, but
it's
still
not much.
concerning.
It's not much, but it might be the beginning of the end of Lashback season. It might be the beginning of the end. We're going to see how they start. We're going to get into mid-game action now. So the Aurora and Zoe have gone bot lane. AD carries are going to be in the mid lane, clearing waves while the junglers figure out what they're doing. Kane's just flirting around here. I kind of wish you were out farming a bit. But he's going to back for a buy. Alrighty. So whole bunch of nothing right now until we get to our next objective, which might be for quite a while. Baron's up, but we got 3.5 minutes till the next Drake comes up.
We did see yesterday when Lashback were able to get that single pick on the jungler, they just went straight to the Baron, shredded it, and it seemed like they had that game in the bag until we saw Andy's Yone. So depending on this Vladimir, how this Vladimir does... Oh,
that is a last-minute pull there right now. A lot of damage, actually. A lot of healing. This Kane's actually going to be able to pull up, but the Glacier Fit is going to knock him up, and he's going to be put down. Zoe trying to get their second. Flashing across. Got the free flashed, picked up, and used. Double kill picked up by Mark Boots on his Zoe pick. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Criminal activity going on in this jungle right now.
Because she stole the flash? Is that what you're implying?
Oh, no. I was saying criminal because... yeah, because of that, totally.
Going on stealing summoner spells. What are you, some type of spell thief? Yes. Yes, I am.
Lonry hits us up with the copy pasta in the,
oh gosh, what's happening in Twitch
in the
right
chat.
now?
Nobody likes you, is what I would say if I were mean. Anyways, back to the game. Vladimir, very scary. We have to see if he'll be able to scale and basically just completely flip the game like he did in the last game.
Night. Yeah, last game last night. I was like, you know what? I'm going to pick up not the power of one, but 2 swords. And boy, howdy did he skewer Lashback last night. See, what I was actually trying to point out, the early kills from Crab were admirable, were wonderful, but the CS is where it really matters. Andy's been allowed to get all of his XP, has been allowed to get farm. These axe hits are not chunking him like before. He's going to be able to get the free heal with the empowered Q. And so at 235 versus 186, that's about a 50 CS advantage from Andy, and that's just right clicking.
Mm-hmm.
That's just auto attack stuff. If getting CS is really the true bread and butter of League of Legends, and if you fall behind inside of that, you just put yourself at a disadvantage, and we're seeing that.
And not to mention, the Scion hasn't gotten that top turret yet, whereas the Vladimir has.
Oh, we got a fight here in the mid lane. Cyclone jumped on, but the Lucian's going to be perfectly fine here. I feel like Autumn Leaf might have gone forward a little bit too early. About to get finished off here. Monkey Man goes down. The General has been slain, and that's his number 2 taken out here. Split kills between Loon and XLB. That's going to be enough. 13 seconds. The pre-fight before the Dragon fight, they get not 1, but 2 advantages. Loon, don't get yourself too excited, but they're going to step forward. Portal used, doesn't get any poke. You might want to hit something other than the Scion, Mark. And just, alright, pushing forward. Yep, Kaiser's going to be taking the dragon while they're all messing around over here. Andy has arrived, has both summoners available, but I don't think there's a real way in for this team fight. Lashback are just going to try to get the dragon and call it donezo. That's all it really needs to happen. Oh, that's a lot of damage there. Lucian brought low here. Vlad's going to try to go in. This might be more than enough. The heal and the shields are an amazing amount. That extended that, but Andy is still going nuclear. Gets a double kill. Needs 1 more empowered Q to try to finish off. Oh, the Aurora's behind, and the Scion is going to make it out. The dragon was secured, but that is 2 dead on the side of Lashback, and the rest of TRT are up. This is Baron time now.
That was a crazy turn. Right when you think that the fight's won, Vladimir just pulls in, deals 1,000,000 damage, kills your carry, and now they get the free Baron. That's a crazy trade.
That's a crazy trade, crazy shot call, but when it's time to go, it's time to go, and Andy was ready. I really thought that...
Leaf tried so hard.
So hard. But
that.
Yeah. I did not expect you to I did not expect you to BM that one. Yeah, Leaf tried really hard to throw that, as you were kindly pointing out. I was like, yeah, they went in a little early or whatnot, but geez, that's so funny. But yeah, I don't know, able to be recovered. Great moves. Oh, that calling, that hurt a lot. That hurt a lot. Jinx is gonna need to go back there. Shaden. Ouchies, buddy.
What do you do about this Vlad, though? It doesn't seem like they have a lot of... Lashback doesn't have a lot of hard CC to actually even kill the Vladimir. So I'm very worried about this Vlad at this point.
I am too. I'm kind of wondering if Lucian doesn't have any boots left, or has he... Oh, he's actually got steel cap, so he's actually gotten his 7th... He's completed his quest, so it's a 7-item slot. Yep, Lucian has steel caps, which I find interesting. I maybe understand it with expecting to be dove on and attacked by the Wukong, but the enemy team has Andy. Oh, and here we go. Unstoppable onslaught will occur. Shutdown.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. 3 items on that Kayn. Was kind of hitting them with a foam scythe earlier in this game, but he is now hurting. He is now hitting with a much more sharpened weapon now.
And I did notice in that fight that they lost, and they ended up losing the Baron, we did see the Kayn farming his jungle instead of helping out the team.
You know, gotta get your farm, gotta get your farm.
I mean, we know Kayn...
Between Worlds gonna be picked out here. We're gonna get into another fight. Kayn has gotten in here. Big knock-up. Zoe gonna need to try to get away, but the Kayn is going off here. Double kill taken in. Knock-up does not connect on to the Wukong turret. Is doing more work than the rest of TRT did in that fight. And Lashback, they might be securing themselves a fantastic amount of map control and just keeping this game super close. This is actually a way more exciting situation than anything we had last night. 2 team fighting comps going toe-to-toe, and it's a back and forth. There is no great advantage for either side yet.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one, because with the Kayn in these fights now, Kayn is doing a lot in these team fights. He might be able to actually match this very, very scary pressure from the Vladimir.
Yeah, and he's going to be ready to fight way, way often. He's got the Axioms, the disc. It's the best thing I can call for it right now. But he's got the lethality at him that will lower his cooldown of his ultimate per enemy champion killed around him, which means he's ready to just sort of jump in and go. And with Kaiser being the tier 1 player on Lashback Foundation, I expect him to be the shot caller for fights. He's entirely prepared to go in, knock up, apply a bunch of damage, escape into the body of an enemy, and be able to pop back out with a bunch of healing stacked into him. And keep going, and keep going. That's almost where I would expect him to be the first one in, and then Crab Warrior is his second follow-up to just really disrupt the situation and let him keep going off. I'm not really going to worry about this until there's something happening, because they're just beating up on a Scion, and that doesn't... There's what I'm looking for here. Kanan on the side is going to be jumping onto the Zoe. Can't finish his meal, though. He's going to try to run away, but the Vladimir, he's ready to eat here. Pulling through, get another wave. He's going to be able to pull the health back, but he has to pull himself back here. Not able to actually get a full finish of the next wave comes through. It's a lot of damage, and the healing is pulling through. It's going to pull forward. He's trying to get these E's to connect with the backline of TRT, of Lashback Foundation, but no one's really died. Only the Kayn has died so far, and now they've got wave prio. They get to push this forward. They get to put some damage onto this tier 2.
These long extended fights are so bad for Lashback, though. Look, Vlad pretty much full health is probably going to be able to kill them all here.
Finish up, counter play. Not able to actually get the finishing blow onto the Vlad. He just gets to hang out here forever. As long as there's something for him to leech off of, he will stay alive. He will persevere. He will finish you off. And this might be the final blow here. Super Mega Death Rocket comes in to tenderize, but they will end this food metaphor. And we're going to start seeing some B buttons.
Not too many casualties overall.
Or calories.
Lashback trying to play
I'll finish the metaphor. Keep going. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Lashback Foundation trying to play it a little safe, not wanting to fully throw the game here. They are going to lose that final dragon that they need for Soul, but as long as they're not feeding, it's probably better. For the better.
Well, let's give a look to the map. Baron will be up in 16 seconds. And the gold lead is back in Lashback's hands, 1.3k. This is an up and down match. We're going to see ourselves a nice little loop-de-loop. And we're going to do another fight here in the mid lane. In ARAM might be a meme, but it is the reality of at least what Rebecca's about to experience. Brought really low here. Already has put out the door and is going to go down. Crab Warrior finishing off that kill. You can hit the sleep. You can hurt the Scion, but he is so thick it doesn't matter.
Look at that shield.
Oh, it's so good. It's so big. It makes me so happy. I like my thick tanks. Oh, and now... Oh, Andy, buddy.
Getting half
Don't need to get out of there. He doesn't have his Zhonya's. He's dead. Crab Warrior gets another kill onto Andy. Oh, my goodness. This is falling apart a little bit here. Autumn Leaf's going to flash underneath the turret, but Crab Warrior is going to follow him through. Eludin's going to finish it off. Uh-oh. Lashback Foundation finding some life in this series. It might have taken a nice, good evening of sleep, some Memorial Day weekend grub, but they have come back fighting on all cylinders.
I love how Lashback has just been finding their engages using the Aurora Between the Worlds. They just throw down the ult and are able to consistently find pick after pick. Andy walking up and just completely suiciding also helped them win that fight there.
Yeah. No, Andy, I appreciate the assist for Lashback Foundation's victory there. Good stuff. Good job. I'm proud of you. Someone said in chat that you look like you're playing Vladimir like Captain Rex. And I don't have to provide any context to that.
We now see a huge gold differential. One entire item up for Alone. That is their main damage threat. And it's really hard for them to get on that Lucian when they have the Scion frontlining. When they have the Milio who can just remove CC.
Yeah, and a lot of the healing and a lot of the scaling is going to be coming out of this Milio, and this Lucian is going to start hurting like that. Oh, and XLB is going in. He's finishing it off. You're using the Between the Worlds to secure it. Now Vlad's in the middle of it, but it isn't going to really get anything else done. Sorry, Kaiser's inside you, and he's outside of you. You wanted to suck his blood. He's going to take your heart. And now Autumn Leaf doing the best they can here, putting the pressure, getting a lot of damage on to this Lucian, but he cannot finish it. He cannot get the kill. Lashback Foundation, the reverse, not sweet, but the reverse of the tide has begun. This inhib turret is going to fall. I don't think there's enough here to actually defend the rest of the base here.
Yeah, I think they might end.
Kaiser pushing forward. He's going to eat the sleep bubble, unconcerned with any of that. And now they're just going to take out Rebecca, and I don't think there's anything Mark Boots can do. He's going to try to defend his Nexus from his inhibitor, but the rest of the base will be taken out. Jinx has arrived. Kaiser's going to be able to get in, and is going to be able to just 3 taps, and it's over. Lashback Foundation going to finish off the final touches here, put the cherry on top of this Sunday, and they will get their second win. They will take Game 5.
Wow, that was a really, really fun game to watch. Even though it started off a little bit slower than expected, except for Crab Warrior. I had a great time watching that. That was entertaining,
That's kind of what we
exciting.
were looking for all last night, Jules. Like that was much more of a real game because when in the first game that we casted last night, which I believe was game one of the two that were played at the same time, the Kog'Maw got like they were ahead, and then it went to that tier one between tier one and the inhibitor turret fight, and that just flipped the entire situation because they didn't have a proper they didn't have like an easy team fight style comp. And so once everything fell apart
Hmm.
and their three assassins weren't able to really do anything anymore, it was all over. Now we're sitting where they both teams had more or less a pretty stable team fight situation, and it was able to happen. The biggest gap I would actually point out here is that Shaden just did not get scaled up or something enough to put out any damage.
Because they were putting all their eggs in the Andy basket, they did not really pay attention to bot lane. And so, because bot lane was just forsaken, the Lucian was able to scale and they had better team fighting. Everybody on Lashback had a role to play, and they all played it very well.
Yeah, they did indeed. Shout out Crab Warrior. You still get my MVP vote for
Oh,
this
for sure.
match. That was fantastic. And even just doing regular tank things of, oh, there's a bubble that's put me to sleep. Anyway, next. So we're we're actually getting a fun little treat right now. Usually we're going to cut to a break, but we're ready to jump on over to draft for game 6. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to go get a drink, make it quick here. We're going to get ourselves moving over to draft. And let's see here if we're going to actually what our roster changes are while production moves us over there. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen, here. So we're on to game 6. And looking at the setup here, can't say we're having a little bit of a change here. Andy still on the Rift, Riddy going in for the jungle. Jackie, Mr. Captain, is in for the mid lane. Bubster in the bot lane, and Rebecca still in for the support. I don't believe there's any. Nope, Shiazin is actually in for Bubster. So that is my little mistaken correction. And then on the side of Lashback Foundation, Tony in the top lane on tank duty, I imagine. Friggy is not subbed out tonight, or actually he's just in for the jungle. And then Zhao still in the mid lane, Conv in for bot lane, and Griffin as the support. And oh my goodness, that point difference.
There is quite a bit of a point difference, but we did see a point differential last game, and it felt very, very even. I think let's see. We might see a bit of a struggle top lane. I think Tony can play tanks though. So as long as he
Yeah.
can hold his own and just make sure Andy doesn't get too far ahead. Andy might be tilted right now. He can use that to his advantage and maybe pull a crab warrior on him. I don't really think the points matter too much right now.
Well, we're gonna see here. That's 3 tier 1s on the side of Think Rev Think and Calm, the only tier 1 on his team's side. They can give up one more game before we get ourselves into a sudden death match situation with the game 7. They told us they were ready for draft. I'm not seeing any bans yet, and I don't believe points are going to matter at this point for going bold. So,
All right, they're starting now.
there we go. All right, so we're going to get ourselves moving a little bit. I would say that I would expect Tony has done pretty all right going tanks in prior matches, just to at least absorb the pressure and be ready for team fight side of things. Zhao still doing a pretty good job actually being a part of that. If I was remembering correctly, doing that whole like I'm gonna engage by just being an Aurora and oh my gosh, you're between worlds right now. That's and slowed so I can blow you up. That's crazy. I really appreciated that type of engage that you pointed out in the last game, where it's just you're walking along and oh no, there's a sphere of death around me.
We did see Conv play some APCs last night, so I
That's
am
right.
expecting maybe more of that double support that we've seen. The only issue was Lashback Foundation was really struggling when it came to that consistent damage.
That was the major issue, and I actually was looking at Khan's primary and secondary roles, at least for the season, is top and bot lane, and the brand pick looked like it had an opportunity last night. It just didn't really materialize with how the rest of the team was able to play around the entire comp and how the map situation developed. The Yasuo, Belveth, and dang it, I always blank like that.
Mbessa.
Mbessa, thank you. Taken away on the side of Lashback Foundation, banned away, so Yasuo not going to be allowed for Andy. The Smolder is in for Shizen. We're going to see the little dragon back on the field. I'm half and half on
Not
this one.
surprised.
I'm not surprised. It's the nature of the game. Once that Deathfire showed up into the rune set, it became pretty OP with Smolder. And Flame for Flame.
Smolder does not do well into this matchup, as we saw yesterday. Obviously, after a certain point, Smolder's still going to be Smolder, but it is so hard to play against a lane with a brand as Smolder because you can't walk up ever.
No, and I would actually hope that Conv and Griffin can have a better game tonight. I believe. Let me look back here. It might have been Conv and J-Web and Jaden actually who was playing last night.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm kind of hoping that there can be a better synergy out of them tonight because it sometimes felt like they were not positioning. And the Nami again. This is still very profound to me. I feel like I'm missing something about the synergy between Nami and Brand as a bot lane.
It's because Nami, she can empower the Brand. So when Brand uses his E, it'll do extra damage because the E is really easy to. So if he just uses W,
conflagration,
E, yeah.
I can remember conflagration, but I can't remember Mbessa. What am I doing with my life? I played way too much Brand. So I did not know the E actually would affect that conflagration because that's the easy like AOE thing. That's the easy like it was. I think that one of the tricks was to prioritize W for your skill mastery, but put like a slot or an extra 1 or 2 points into the E, and you can get an auto wave clear because of how the conflagration just explodes out and can hit everybody. It's kind of a very easy way to get your Leandries and your burn proc onto people and just have a free poke. I'm a big fan of Brand. I play him a lot, and I really enjoy him in ARAM, if I'm being honest. And I think I said it last night, I've done Brand support a couple times.
Is that an Irelia ADC?
That is, well, would Smolder be top then? I feel like that's going to be
or mid.
Top or mid on the Irelia. I think Jackie's going to be confident. What? Tony? Zhao better be taking that one, Tony. You're not going to try to out-yone Andy here tonight, sir.
There's no way Tony's playing that.
Negative. I feel like that's a denial pick. So that,
Shen is subbing in for Bubster.
Yes.
So that is possible that it's an Irelia ADC.
I keep
in that
calling
case,
him...
it would be kind of scary for the Brand.
Yeah.
Unless they play it right.
Well, the Gwen's going to be taken away. The Malphite was removed as well. So the auto engage comp and the Ornn taken away. So Tony's going to need to pick up a different tank in the top lane. And I'm going to advise against the Mundo. I can't think of another tank off the top of my head just yet. But the Mundo play, I don't think is going to be the best pick.
Yeah. Let's see.
Now, what I'm actually very interested to see with this Aurelia is either going top or mid. That's what my, at least, belief is. First, she's going to pick up the Skarner for himself. The big curiosity. I thought I had a point, and I've completely lost it. Tank options for Tony. What else is there that's super thick topside, has good wave clear? Darius is an option, but I wouldn't exactly trust that one. And the Juggernaut meta was ages ago. Oh, I know where that's going. I know
Oh,
what's happening.
locked.
I know what's happening. Yep, and then the Lilia in the jungle. So we have our answer here. Andy's going to go berserk mode on the Olaf, while Jackie is going to try to have some fun on Irelia. And Shizen is going to be just the insurance policy on the Smolder. I have remembered my point now, actually. Now, what are Lashback Foundation going to reply with their final pick? This will be the... This should be the top laner. It should be the most comfortable thing for Tony to deal with the problem. It's going to be the Cassante in for Tony. A very good tanky selection there, and does have the all out if he wants to get a little aggressive onto the backline and help finish off the Smolder. So we will have our setups.
I agree with the commenters in the chat that it's Smolder mid, Irelia bot probably, and Jackie does play. I think he plays both champions, so it could also just be a flex.
I think Jackie's ego is so big, he'd play the Lilia mid if it made sense for his team. I've met him once, but I trust that Jackie would do that as needed. So we have the chat has thrown in their assertions. Production has put their best guesses. Outro doing his best guesses for where these champions are going to go. I think the Olaf and the Lilia are locked in for where they're going. The Braum is very clearly going where they are going. I can see where the Braum-Irelia combo would be an absolute death sentence for Conv and Griffin. But we are going to get ourselves into the loading screen and get ourselves some refreshments. You can do the same. Get ready. We're about to strap in here. This is going to be the potential last match for Lashback Foundation. But if they can get one more, we will get ourselves some... We'll get ourselves into the sudden death, the game 7. But we have got to get through game 6 first. We will see you back in just a moment.
You are live.
Game's loaded. Game 6. I'm scared, Julie.
I am scared too. I really want to reach a game.
Oh no.
Game 7, despite Ultra not wanting that to happen and wanting to have an early night. I'm sorry. It's Memorial Day tomorrow. You probably don't have work anyways. Might as well stay up late watching League of Legends, right?
Honestly, watching League with your friends is the second best thing you can do on a Sunday night.
Olaf is crazy here.
Olaf's gonna run over a lot. Olaf's gonna run over a lot of people in this one, but we have been corrected. Chat, you were right. All of you in chat were right, and it's gonna be an Irelia Braum bot lane into the Brand Nami, and we kind of theory crafted this in the green room. But if this Braum connects any of his Qs, and this is the problem that Tony's going to have in the top lane, ouch. But if that Braum connects any Q, that is pretty much the go button opportunity for Shizen to go in with the Irelia. And for the Braum to follow up Shizen and really and just stack the stuns, stack the root, and slash him to death. Oh, there's a bit of a catch. Birdshot taken by both.
Yeah, going a little bit too far, not able to get the Braum passive off. But they are just... Oh, she's actually really low. They might have made their lane a little difficult right now.
Yeah, I was a little surprised that Shizen didn't queue onto those last 2 minions just to get the heal while they had full stacks on their dash. But I don't know, that's a full court pressure on the top and bot side. And get a push back. Tony doing a respectable job keeping the health pools even against his lane opponent.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about this mid lane matchup, but I imagine that the Smolder should be able to get killed at level 6. So we might see some mid lane action this game, because you don't want to just let the Smolder free farm in the mid lane.
No, you do not. Flash is used. Oh, no. Overstep here. Tony's dead here. First blood picked up by Andy. No surprise to anyone. But that will be that one picked up.
Yeah, instant ghost, flash, and if you're just too far in the lane, Olaf's gonna run you down.
Mm-hmm. Got no problem going 1,000 miles to put you in a coffin. That man does. Oh, a bit of a push through. Good dodge there by Jackie, trying to put himself in between both the spirit and the body. I don't think there's much else to be done here, Riddy. Kind of going forward, trading a lot of health for not a lot to be gained. I don't know. This is awkward.
I do have
Flashes
Tony
away.
here.
Okay.
A whole armada into the mid lane right now. We got the top lane roaming, support roaming, but no kills to be had.
I appreciate the team collapsing, but that was a nothing burger. That was a whole bunch of nothing burger, and it could have been a venison burger.
They got flashes.
They got flashes, which is great and all, but like Riddy
But they
just
use flashes.
Excuse me.
Are you okay?
I'm alive.
Okay.
I'm just still confused at what Riddy was doing there, just still fighting with Frishy in the river, and it's like your Smolder's walking away, your mid laner's walking away. It's over. They're alive. That's all you want. That's all you need. You don't need to feed kills into this dragon. You don't need to try to deal with the wave pressure. At some point, he's going to auto clear this stuff, and Jackie's entire job is just to not get killed repeatedly by Zhao. So and then the rest of Lashback showing up, be like, we're here to help. What is there to do? Nothing. The deer left.
It's a good poke on the top lane, but it isn't Olaf, so. Oh my gosh.
Yep, that's close.
He's
That's
dead.
it. Nope. Final axe toss right to his chest. Tony is down for the count. That's kill number 2 collected by. Oh, and that's going to be a double catch. And Exhaust is going to go down onto the Irelia. He's already used both dashes. Going to use the third one here. Stun's going to lock it in. Bran trying to run away. Flashes. But that'll be a kill collected by Shizen Convent. Regretting the decision. I'd take that left turn too if I were you. Don't need to be moving this much further for Izzy. And nope, they're going to be going in here. And this might be a second kill collection. A lot of damage going in, but it might have been an overreach there by Shiz. And I am kind of wishing Rebecca was able to follow up on that play. Just an auto attack or two would have been able to secure that kill onto the Skarner. But c'est la vie. That is a trade of kills.
Some miscommunication. She's in getting greedy, trying to go in and get that kill, but did not have the Braum to help. Still, we see that real threat of this Irelia Braum. As soon as anything is landed, a stun or a Braum Q, you just go in. Brand can't do anything but stand there, maybe walk in circles, and yeah, we're going to see multiple kills in the bot lane.
Yep. And Tony trying to beat up on Andy here to prevent him from proxy farming between waves. He's going to go all out, but that's going to actually be immediately countered by the Ragnarok. So ult for ult. And now Andy in a little bit of a precarious situation. I think he's going to be able to get out of this. Ghost is up in 5 seconds. So the rest of his team's going to actually take the first Drake. Hextech picked up by... Think.
This is not what you want to see if you're on the team of Lashback Foundation. The brand Nami is supposed to be a pushing lane.
I'm going to be called in here, but ultimate exchange between the mid laners. Lilia has arrived. Just going to play a little bit of shadows and shielding. Heal used. That's a full round of damage, actually. Full spell rotation put onto the Braum there. Tony, you're back. You have no
Tony's
mana. I'm not sure about
dead.
this at all. Good little pin into the wall
Wait,
here. It's going to get impaled,
wait.
brought under the turret. Oh my goodness, Frishy.
Frishy is the
Saying,
goat.
oh, I'm sorry. I was like, you wanted to hurt my top laner? I understand that you are Striker Jones. You are the upchuck Andy.
Oh, comp
but
needs level 6.
You're going to be handled. Oh, he's going to get it here. Oh, I'd flash forward and ult right there if I had it. Oh, just throw it. Just throw it, dog. Come on, Alrighty. Well,
Unfortunate.
Shizen? I don't know how to pronounce it. What is the word?
Half flash. I just realized that.
Oh, that's a lot of damage. Oh, that's it. Rebecca, No.
didn't even have to use flash
No.
or anything. He just had to wait
Yeah,
for the
that's.
correct opportunity.
I'd say Rebecca is a very giving support, and Comba says thank you. Now the Aurelius here. That's a diced up. Griffin, you're sushi now. Yellowtail, actually.
Wow. Yeah, Conv played that so well, waited for that prom wall to go down. I have the amount of times I have accidentally ulted into a Braum wall is so embarrassing. So I'm glad Conv did not make a rookie mistake like that.
Yeah, I am too. But we're in a bad situation here right now for Flashback Foundation, Joel, because the gold lead is at 1.6k. Most of it is on Andy, unsurprisingly. And Tony feels like he's over-prioritizing, trying to hurt Andy and prevent him from hitting the turret instead of actually getting CS. Not the best thing you want to see on a top laner that actually needs kind of more gold than others to be tanky, to be super viable later in the game. The bot lane is entirely inside of Shizen and Rebecca's hands. And the mid lane, it doesn't really matter. There's not really been a lot happening yet. Flash and flying away. A wasted gank there. Wasted flash by the Skarner. Everything's going in TRT's way, where this is just buying time for the Irelia to get more scaled up, buying time for Andy to get more of a gold lead, get another turret plate here. He's going to actually just kill Andy out the rip. No, Tony will actually survive and get the kill on to Andy. I spoke too soon.
Tony using that really annoying where did he go move to jump onto the other side of the tower and is able to survive.
Oh, that's going to be a little bit ultimate. Mom coming in is not going to be able to do much there. Clean. That's kind of a clean gang. There's an assist captured by Frishy. Wave's going to get eaten by the door. And now counter kill brought in. Glacial Fish is going to matter. And I think Shizen's just going to go all the way. It's going to be able to get the kill. The turret shot's not going to... Oh, that will get finished off. The burn from the brand will secure the kill. He's get one kill back into Lashback's favor. But this bot lane's entirely out of control right now.
Yeah. So there's some BM in the chat right now. When the game looks winnable, but you realize my son is on Yone, wrap it up. Xiao's mom coming in to dispel some negativity. I don't know what else to say.
Shout out Zhao's family.
I couldn't think of anything to say.
I'm happy you're here to watch your son lose one more time to finish out the season. I hope that he dishonors your family greatly with this loss. As you see, he's fraternizing with the enemy. He's fraternizing with the enemy. What is this? What is this?
They weren't able to pick up the kill on to Jackie though. It's only been 11 minutes in the game.
It's a good start. It is a good start. Oh, there's gonna be
honestly, I'm proud of Tony right now. Tony's holding his ground. Yes, he died a couple times in
only
the
twice,
early
only
game.
Not a couple, 2 times. 2 times he died.
Yeah, that is a couple.
Oh yeah, I guess okay. I hear couple and I think more than 2, but I guess this is another. Oh, Impale's actually gonna catch you. Oh no, Rebecca flashing out. Alrighty. Impale for flash. That happened. Whatever that was.
That was a good lane gank. Stun is going to miss. But they. Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Going in for that. Triple knockup with the Glacial Fisher. Good stuff by Rebecca, but they're going to try to go themselves, and they're expecting their own death. Lilia? Oh, that's going to collect. He's going to actually get the sleep off, and now they have to sort of play defense, but doesn't matter. Prancing Deer will outdance the rest of the team, and going to go for more here. Getting the shield on, but going to try to pin them. Can't get them into the wall. The burn's going to come through. This is going to be 2 kills collected by Riddy.
Combat.
Yeah. Well done, Riddy. That was surprising. That was that and
good follow-up.
The last 2 minutes in the ball lane have been awkward, for my experience, to say the least. It's just been awkward.
looking really well though. He's been getting some great ganks off. I mean that one was a little awkward, but he is 4-1.
Yeah, 4-1, but like the bigger issue is he's 40 CS down. There's a 2-level difference. Riddy has been rather AFK until that moment just now, but has garnered themselves a full Leandries and a distinct level advantage over Frishy. So I'm kind of giving like better job done. There's not really like 4-1-1 on the Skarner is great, but you kind of wish those were more assists than kills that were being pocketed by Tony, by Zhao, by Kanva.
Yeah, I think it's a little hard for him though. He does have to kind of babysit the spot lane because of that kill pressure from the Irelia. Looks like they're gonna try to set up for the drag here right now.
Yep, they are. Lashback
And
Foundation.
they're just gonna give it.
Yeah, gonna give it, call it even. I don't think TRT is really worried about much. That's just the later this game goes, the better it is, and that just added 5 more minutes until someone gets soul. And we're having another chem tank soul? Really? Variety. Come on, Rito.
I swear it's always just like Hextech or Chemtech.
Yeah, it's rotated a few times.
Nothing else.
Wave is blocked, but
Good
gonna
bomb shield.
block the impale. And Irelia is super low here right now, trying to get something. Is going to be able to get a good amount of damage. The exhaust will be enough to save Griffin's life. The babysitting is working. Conva and Griffin might grow up to become real children, real boys and girls one day. But right now, Frishy is doing a fantastic job covering for them. It's a trade-off. He's losing a lot of farm, but doing well.
Xiao's back got canceled there. Hate to see it.
I kind of wish that All Out, where he just teleports away, just had like a little bit of a smoke bomb. He's like, you can't see me, and he just disappears.
I don't know why. I guess he's trying to protect the tower because he knows it's gonna go down, but fighting without your tower is really hard.
It is, and we're at a point where he's at 60. He's 50. There's a 50 CS difference between Tony and Andy, and that probably has contributed more to the 3K gold difference than the kills, if I'm being honest. Oh no, Convi, you found yourself in exactly the right place for Shizen to get at least some serious damage. The kill threat was there.
Yeah. Also, unfortunate that the ult did not bounce off of anything. It was just that single target Irelia. Otherwise, he might have been within kill range.
Yeah. Getting that ultimate out and then getting away from the brand is usually your best play, so it can't bounce off him and hit you multiple times, so that the passive explosion triggers. Ooh, at the tip end of that. Nice little catch. Doesn't go with it. The Skarner has made their way down, but Frishy was spotted on that ward. Andy's here. I don't know why, but Andy's here. So
Andy got the top lane, feeling a little bored, and now is just gonna walk around the map.
I guess this is. I don't know if they were supposed to like redo their lane assignment or something. Riftail's been taken while Andy wasn't even top site. Alrighty, DRT just kind of flexing. He's like, we don't have to care about map positioning.
And here is the babysitter camping this lane, trying to make sure that the Irelia cannot do her shenanigans. And they might look for another dive here.
No, this is definitely a dive here. Pain Train has been activated, going to get grabbed, put into the wall, but the Irelia has already gone in ahead of schedule, and now, the Yone has arrived as well. Flashes away from the Impale. No one has died yet, but here comes the Smolder here. He's going to get the kill. Upchuck available. Convi goes down. The rest of TRT are here to actually help finish this off. You're all out here, put out, but Tony is not going to be able to actually get anything finished off. The sleep, saving the Lilia's life. And now, round 2. I don't think they're on the same page here. Tony about to get undone. Andy gets the knock-up. Shutdown picked up Zhao, about to do his parents proud. Here's going to get onto the dragon here. Can you get us a dragon purse? You can! And Jackie goes down.
Wow, Lashback Foundation, pull the trigger. And TRT try to respond, but they're just not quite fast enough. Irelia goes in and dies pretty quickly. Well, let's see. They are still, Lashback, despite that, are going to still be down some gold. We do see, Zhao with a hefty lead in the mid lane, as you want to see.
There we go.
Zhao's mom is proud right now. That's how you know it's not his real parents. Because an Asian parent would never say that, especially not publicly.
No, never publicly. But yeah, I'm going to stay inside of the bit for a little bit longer until we pull the mask off and realize like, it was Jackie the whole time.
Jackie,
you're pretending to be a parent? What? That's crazy. Siege on the mid wave here. It's going to get cleared out. Brand's pretty good at wave clearing.
Yeah,
That's
it looks
gonna
like
be
they
used.
don't want to fight for this drag, so they're just going to try to get something mid.
Oh, it's going to get catch on to Jackie here. That's a dead dragon. Mom's going to fall through. Doesn't get much done. Exhaust used on the Olaf. It might actually be the end of Andy. He's going to get a lot of damage. Takes out the brand before the end of it, but now the Yone gets to go off. XLB putting in an XL performance here, getting a bit more damage done, a bit more death on the field. Jungler.
Oh, they're just going to go for the Baron.
They're going for it. They got the damage for this here. Plenty of tanks, but XOB, this Zhao, this Yone is online. Has the Infinity Edge, has the Phantom Dancer, and this thing's melting. This thing is melting right now. The dead Lilio, I believe, was the full trigger. Really going down in that fight means there's no chance of a steal. And now, Lashback Foundation, they're making a case for a Game 7 here.
They are indeed. I liked how Frishy has, basically held the hand of his bot lane long enough to make sure that Shizen isn't super fed. And now we're really seeing that power of the brand damage along with the Yone as well. This time they have the Yone who does good, consistent. Well, is it consistent? I guess so.
Yeah.
As long as he can hit his spells.
Yeah.
Good AD damage.
Yeah. No. Good job. Proud of you. You know, they figured it out. You know, gotta give it to them.
What is the Skarner build? Let's see. We got.
That's a lot of lethality. That's a lot of damage.
Is that a new thing?
I don't know. I don't. It's not a non-hit thing. That's for certain. But that is a lot of. That's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage to what the rock throw can do. That the speed up I give for the Yoma is just to like get into go-kart mode and very quickly pin someone against the wall. But the rest of it, I forget.
Good flash.
I forget what the brutalizer builds into these days. Oh, fighting the bot lane. And Tony might have gotten himself out. Yeah, he's gonna head on up and join his team.
Our buddy Deustick giving us, educating us on the build. There's a TikTok guy doing lethality Skarner one-shots right now.
Nice. Is the TikToker named Frishy? No? Alright, I didn't think so. Alright, this inhibitor turret is going down. The siege from Lashback Foundation is strong. It's only a 1.6k gold lead on their side, but the teamfight options from TRT aren't really standing there. We saw the advantage in the bot lane acquired, but the Irelia has the rest of the map feels like it just has fallen apart in the last few minutes for no real good reason. I'm not sure why Lashback has been allowed to get so much progress down the mid lane here. Oh boy, Griffin, you should reconsider your warding patterns. Okay, Andy. He's gonna get walks back into the Impale. Ragnarok is gonna be saved for the next team fight, I believe. Is that on cooldown or? It was available. He just chose not to use it.
Yeah, I think he probably figured he was already dead, and
Yeah, we got gonna have the
yeah,
Kim Tech
just
Drake
gonna
up in a
save
minute
it.
and a half. Yep. Kim Tech Drake up in a minute and a half. TRT need to get themselves back into this game, and that might be the fight to do it.
I don't know what has happened this game. Just it definitely feels like TRT are starting to lose their footing.
Yeah.
And we will have a pause.
Very brief pause. And cool. So it's wrong. No, for sure. TRT feel like they're on the back foot right now, which is like feels like the first time they've been on an uncomfortable, uncertain back foot in the entire series. At no point last night did it feel like TRT were in such a situation that they were sort of unsure about what it was they were trying to do, even if they were going to be losing earlier in the game, but then becoming a very stabilized, team fight team at the end later parts of the game after everyone had scaled up, gotten 2 or 3 items. Now we're at the 24-minute mark, and TRT don't have a gold lead, but the gold lead's only like 500. It's not a significant situation, and they have a super fed Olaf. So I don't know what they're sort of missing right now to really make them feel like they can actually get anything done. I would almost contest their comp doesn't really lend itself to a lot of synergies, maybe, or maybe they just don't know how to synergize well, with this comp.
I think they just need to wait for a good Lilia sleep instead of just sending the Olaf in headfirst by himself.
That would probably be the best idea. There is a Seeker's Arm Guard on this Lilia, and while the Kim Tech Drake is going to be given over, it's going to give Lashback Foundation primed for Soul Point, but TRT are going to get their gold advantage acquired, and they might even get a little bit more done. They're providing a bit of a buffer. They're fighting on 2 different halves, on opposite sides of where they should be in this lane. This is a very awkward fight. The caught between a turret and a hard place, and now the Yone has gone in, but hasn't really got much else in. Shutdown gold picked up. The Olaf running through in the Aurelia, doing the best they can, eating the exhaust, which is going to allow the Olaf to keep going. And I have lost all track of things. A Smolder, he's online. The burn is coming through. The Yone is still allowed to persist. But is there enough damage here to actually finish this one off? And now Yone, he's gotten on top of the Smolder, but the shutdown will be secured. Jackie with the main MVP of the fight. We're going to get a quick replay here. They're going to be auto-pushing into the inherb. The wave goes out, gets eaten by the door. Tony steps forward to try to set it up. The Skarner goes through, doesn't get a pin on, but that's enough of a setup. And the Impale, he actually gets 2, but the shutdown destroys that super squishy Skarner. And the exhaust onto the Aurelia is a good choice, but that Olaf was allowed to last for so long and put out so much damage. And now the dance with Lilia and Smolder here just means
nobody has hit the Smolder
until just then.
Yeah, Smolder able to just away that entire fight, and is going to be the determining factor for that fight as well.
Smolder might be once again that factor that just decides the game. We saw the burn apply it. They have reached their stacks. Jackie is now the win condition for TRT to win this game. They are 2 dragons down right now. They do have all 3 grubs, so if they start getting into a base race situation, the advantage will be in their hands. But we need to see if the rest of these fights are going to go a bit better. Shizen needs to eat that exhaust for Andy to go off, or be prepared to hard carry if Andy gets focused down.
Brand walking up a little far, getting some poke. We just saw not even a single Q, just the splash of the Q does quite a bit of damage, and they're just gonna start the Baron right away.
Yeah, Rebecca's gonna sit out here to try to play defense, try to peel away, not let anyone in. We're gonna flash into Yone's gone in just to give a look around, will pull himself back out. The wave's gonna come through, but it's not going to be for much. The Baron is super low here. Skarner's gotten into it. He's going to impale. He's going to grab onto the Lilia and smite the Baron. Lashback Foundation have stole it. Can they win it? Smolder Where's the dragon? Where's the baby dragon? He's still fighting with Yone, but it's been a fight on two fronts, really separated, and I think Lashback Foundation are falling apart here. But Lilia kind of going off here, and now Jackie can come in, clean this up. We'll take out the Nami. Deep fried mermaid. And this is just a use of abilities that just doesn't really match. Wave goes through. It's like for nothing.
If you're going to go for the steal, you already know that you have the Baron. Why risk the fight?
Yeah, the moment that the call was mixed is what I'm going to take out, is because at this point the fight's kind of already over. Lilia's around to go through. The Yone is down. There was just not much to be said to be done. TRT, the one fight they needed, the one Baron fight they needed, they're going to take out Lashback's Nexus. They're going to get their 4th win in this best of 7. We will not see Rev tonight on the Rift. Lashback Foundation, Tony's team is done. Their season is over. And
what a disappointment.
What an absolute disappointment. But
I think a lot of us wanted to see Big Rev on the campus.
But they will not be allowed to call present in the roll call tonight. Think Rev Think keep their dreams alive of putting on the three-peat as the presiding returning champions of the Final Boss Draft League. And we could see there was an opportunity there with that gold graph where Lashback Foundation got in control of the situation, and then it just fell apart after that. It fell apart, and that Baron fight and the mixed call just put everything on haywire, and it just fell apart, and the rest was a cleanup.
Yeah, I was looking very hopeful there, but unfortunately, Lashback will have to say goodbye tonight.
We are gonna, that'll be the end of the series, actually. So Think Rev Think, they get to move on into the 1-1 bracket of the Swiss round robin, the Swiss bracket system for the playoffs. That's all technically true, and I wish I knew it better. Zhao Mom's giving their condolences. The Great One must go to sleep now. Their season is over. And your mother is still so very proud of you, Zhao. I want you to know that, and I'm still proud of you, son. We're going to get ourselves out of here. Any closing thoughts on the match here, Joel, before we call it a night?
Just depression, honestly.
Just depression.
TRT should have done, especially you, Andy. I'm disappointed that you didn't try to throw the game and allow Big Rev to have his moment to shine. But, you know, it's okay. I understand. I understand the need to feel validated.
In a video game.
Winning a video game.
Good stuff here. Well, much love to y'all watching. Much love to production and Outro for getting us a good match here. Lashback, Tony, and crew, till next time. And Think Rev Think, get ready. Your next match will be this coming Saturday. We will be streaming Final Boss Draft League. It'll be, I believe that'll be round 3. It'll be week 7 of the season. And this Saturday, 8 p.m. EST, as always. We will see you on the 30th. And happy Memorial Day weekend, everyone. Either go outside and touch some grass, have some barbecue, and be with some family, or stay in and hang out with your online friends and play some League. I might do both. We're going to cut it off here. You all have a great night, and we'll see you soon.
Have a good night.